1988's Alice by Jan Svankmajer is definitely one of the most surreal experiences I've ever had while watching a movie. Everything in the film feels utterly alien. Svankmajer often, during the course of the movie, slows down or speeds up time during key moments, and does so purposefully to make the audience feel a certain way or understand a certain aspect of the setting. For example, when Alice ascends the mountain to follow the White Rabbit, certain shots are recycled to make her journey seem longer. It takes her almost double the amount of time to reach the top as it does for the White Rabbit. And when seated at the dinner table with the Mad Hatter and March Hare, time is sped up to show the lunacy of them both as they constantly cycle through the same motions again and again. I was particularly fond of the setting in Wonderland. When you think of stereotypical Wonderland a la the Disney film, it is a lush environment with forests and fauna, delicate pathways, calm brooks, and streams. However, Svankmajer approaches Wonderland with a much more industrial feel. A maze made of Soviet high-rises and freight elevators, with the only break coming from a small variety of children's toys that help to break up the scenery. Whether it be a castle made of small building blocks, a dollhouse, or paintings and playing cards, Svankmajer does an excellent job of making the apartments feel cold yet lived in, alien and childlike. I believe this may be a reflection on Svankmajer's upbringing in Nazi and then subsequently Soviet-occupied Prague. Svankmajer uses Alice to explore the mind of a child, especially in dreams and imagination. In his article, Svankmajer's Alice, A Nightmarish Wonderland, Camilo Caballero states, Svankmajer once said that his films were like a dialogue between the present and his childhood. Svankmajer is calling on his own experience from his childhood to build the world seen in Alice, to make the world feel more lived in, more realistic to the viewer. Furthermore, I wanted to speak to my understanding of what I believe the message of the film is and what the plot is trying to say. I believe Alice is a look into the terrifying experience of children growing up in a war zone. Svankmajer uses his film to convey a feeling of terror that many children may experience in these scary environments. Throughout the film, Alice is without control. She's constantly following after the White Rabbit looking for an answer, for some reassurance. But the world around her is cold and confusing, and nothing is explained. Alice must figure it all out on her own, and she struggles with the feeling of depersonalization. It is not until she goes against the script that is given to her and takes back control for herself, and in that moment she is able to wake up from the nightmare. But Svankmajer does not let the story rest. As Alex wakes, the audience realizes that our taxidermy bunny is gone, leaving us all questioning, was this story real? Can we trust Alice as a narrator? And how can we try to unpack and understand the work for what it is? However, the beauty of surrealist art is that sometimes that is all it is. Just surreal. We may never know the true meaning of Alice, if it has one.